Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here today. Today we're going to be doing something that I wanted to start doing on this channel, which is going through YA books coming out in the next month that sound interesting to me. So I do this every month by myself because Goodreads always has lists saying that what YA books are going to be coming out the next month. So that also includes everything under the YA genre. So it's also fantasy, sci-fi, contemporary, whatever you want from YA, it's going to be on that list. So I like to go through it and I want to go through it with you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to include books that I find interesting. I'm not going to include every single book on the list because some books I'm waiting for reviews for from people that I trust and like on BookTube, or some books I'm not really that interested in, but I will leave the link to the page in the description so that you can go and look through it yourself and figure out what you like from it. But yeah, also with that being said, given the fact that we are in a pandemic in the world right now, publishing has been kind of weird lately. So while I think that these books are going to be coming out next month, it could come out next year sometime too. So as far as I know right now, these books are coming out next month. It could change though, so I'm sorry about that. Also, thank you for 14 subscribers. I didn't expect to make it past 5, so this is a good day all around for me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So first we have What She Found in the Woods by Josephine Angelini. This is going to be published on December 1st, and it's about a girl running from a scandal at her New York private school. Her name is Magdalena, which is our main character. She says that she's fearful she'll never escape her past until she meets Beau out hiking, and he's wild, gorgeous, and free. He makes her believe she might finally be able to move on, but when a mutilated body is discovered in the woods, Magdalena realizes she can't trust anyone, not even herself. So this is going to be a YA thriller. I said before in previous videos that I haven't really dived into the YA thriller yet, so I am excited to. And I think that I have one more YA thriller on this list too, so I think that's the one that's going to be next. So I am excited for that one. Anything that like includes like a private school or anything like that, I am always like down for. Like I love the boarding school, private schools, everything like that. Like I like the, you know, because I didn't get that. I got public school education, so. Okay, next we have The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. She also wrote One of Us is Lying, which a lot of people on BookTube have talked about. I didn't read that book, but she is the author of that book too, so this is her second YA thriller book, I think. So it says, Millie, Aubrey, oh wait, that's going to be published on December 1st as well. So our main characters are Millie, Aubrey, and Jonah are all cousins, but they barely know each other. And they've never even met their grandmother. She disinherited their parents before they were born, so when they each receive a letter and invite them to work at her island resort for the summer, they're surprised and curious. Their parents are clear on one point: not going is not an option. This can be an opportunity to get back into grandmother's good graces. But when the cousins arrive on the island, it is immediately clear that she has different plans for them, and the longer they stay, the more they realize how mysterious and dark their family's past is. Whatever pulled them apart years ago isn't over. In the summer, the cousins will learn everything. That sounds interesting. I usually don't like island stories, but this is kind of different. Like, I really don't like survival stories. So, like Lord of the Flies, I don't like it. Like, this is a bit different, though, because it's not, like, survival. It's just, like, a thriller. So, I'm excited about that. Next we have A Curse of Roses by Diana Pinguicha. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll put it on the screen. I don't mean to be disrespectful. That's being released on December 1st as well. So, a lot's coming out December 1st apparently. So it says, with just one touch, bread turns into roses. With just one bite, cheese turns into lilies. There's a famine plaguing the land, and Princess Isabel is wasting food simply by trying to eat. She has a curse that turns every single meal into a bouquet of flowers. And her people of Portugal are also enduring the same pain. And she ends up meeting a Mora named Fatian, and she is trapped by magical binds, and the only way to free her of the curse is for Isabel to kiss her. But Isabel is the King of Portugal's betrothed, so she would be committing treason. But she kind of thinks like, oh, what good is a king if her entire country is starving? So she kisses Fatian and she ends up being released, but now Isabel is starving for, or is wanting more from Fatian. So she ends up falling in love with her. Okay, so it's based on Portuguese legend and it is a voices novel, which I don't really read a lot of Portuguese based fantasy, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, so that sounds really, really interesting. And a lot of people that I follow on Goodreads have said that it's going to be have put it on their want to read shelf. So that always is a good sign for me because I trust those people a lot. So what the next book is called Heiress, apparently, which is going to be the first book in a series called The Daughters of the Dynasty, and it's by Diana Ma, and that's going to also be released on December 1st. So it's about a girl who named Jenna Huang, and she's Chinese, and she is recently moved from Illinois to Los Angeles, having abandoned plans for college to pursue a career in acting. Her parents don't like it, but she is living with 3 roommates in a 2-bedroom hovel, auditioning for bit roles that hardly cover the rent. She gets a big break that leads to her filming a role in Beijing for the summer. And when she arrives, she's stopped by the paparazzi at the airport. She quickly realizes that she's going to be notorious, you know, because it's a huge role. And thus kicks off with some of her revelations in which Gemma uncovers a legacy her parents may have spent her life protecting her from. So once again, rich people drama. Excited. I'm also excited to be in a different world, like modern day Beijing. That's going to be really, really interesting to read about too. So I am very excited about that. Next we have The Bitter Wine Oath by Hannah West. Where is it? Okay. That is also going to be released on December 1st. I wonder if they're all going to be released on that date. I don't really know. So it says, every 50 years a cult claims 12 men to murder in a small Texas town. Can one girl end the cycle of violence and save the boy who broke her heart? So it says, San Solano, Texas is a quaint town known for its charm, hospitality, and history of murder. Twice now, 12 men have been brutally killed, and no one knows who did it. 18-year-old Natalie Coulter is sure that the rumors about her great-grandmother's cult of wronged women are just gossip. But that doesn't stop at the true crime writers and dark tourism bloggers from capitalizing on the town's reputation. It's an urban legend that's hard to ignore, and it gets harder when Nat learns that the sisterhood is real and magical, and they want her to join. The more Nat learns about the warden's supernatural history, the more she learns about the real culprits behind the town's ritualistic murders. As the anniversary of the murders draw near, the town grows restless, and the year's planned victims includes Levi Langford, the boy who haunted Nat for a year. Nat knows that no one is safe. Can she and his sisterhood stop the true evil from claiming their town? I don't know about you, but this sounds amazing. Like, it sounds like very dark and like spooky and like witchy, kind of, but not really witchy because it's not really like that. But I am so excited about this. Like, this is my most favorite one from this entire list, I think, is that one. So I'm really, really excited about that. So next we have Link by Link, which is an anthology of haunted holidays. So the editor is Elle Beaumont and Meg Daly. I don't know what the other authors are in this, but oh, it's going to be published on December 2nd, so not December 1st, so that's nice. So it says, A Christmas Carol, Link by Link is a collection of 9 stories of ghosts, spirits, and creatures unnamed, all come to teach lessons that we won't soon forget. From sweet Christmas tales to terrifying holiday hauntings, these stories take a dive into the past in hopes of creating a better or at least different future. That sounds amazing. I really want to start getting into anthologies more because I feel like I don't read a lot of them, and I feel like I own one. It's called Hungry Hearts, and I'm really excited to read it, so it sounds interesting. It sounds something that I would be into because it's like spooky, haunted stuff, so I'm excited about that a lot. Next we have The Good Girls by Claire Eliza Bartlett. This is going to be published on December 1st again. Wow, okay. And it says, the troublemaker, the overachiever, the cheer captain, and the dead girl. Like every high school in America, Jefferson Lauren High contains all of the above. After the shocking murder of senior Emma Baines, 3 of her classmates are at the top of the suspect list. Claude, the notorious partier, Avery, the head cheerleader, and Gwen, the would-be valedictorian. Everyone has a label whether they like it or not. And Emma was always known as a good girl. But appearances are never what they seem, and the truth behind what really happened to Emma may just be lying in plain sight. I'm so excited for this. Surprisingly, a lot of like spooky books are being released this month, which kind of doesn't really make sense because it's like a Christmas month, but I'm not complaining. It's just surprising a little bit, you know. Next we have The Valley and the Flood by Rebecca Mahoney, which this cover is really what makes me want to read the book. Like, the book didn't completely sell me, but the cover did. Like, it is beautiful. And that's going to be released. Okay, so that one got moved to February 23rd, just so you know, but it wasn't the list for next month, so I may just save it for then. No, I'll just put it on there. So that one did get pushed to February 23rd, but I'm just going to include it anyway because I already have it here, so I'll just talk about it right now. So it says, Rose Coulter is almost home, but she can't go back there yet. She's stuck in the Nevada desert, and she hears a radio broadcast by her best friend, Gabby. And She follows the light to the closest radio tower to Lotus Valley, a small town where prophets are a dime a dozen. And Cassie Serene, the third's most accurate prophet, tells her that they have been waiting for her, because Rose's arrival is part of a looming prophecy, one that says a flood will destroy Lotus Valley in just 3 days' time. So Rose sets out to start the flood, but her connection to it, into the strange little town, runs deeper than she could have imagined. That sounds amazing, even though it is getting published a bit later, so a bit sad, but it's still going to be good. So that is it. That's all that there was. December is a smaller month for releases. It's the end of the year, they're probably not going to release that much, so it is a shorter list. That's why it's going to be a shorter video, so I'm sorry, but I want to make this like a monthly thing on my channel, so if you liked it, let me know. Thanks for being here. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!